Hi, and welcome back to Purpose of Heart, the podcast. I'm your host, Priscilla Allman, and today we're going to talk about how God meets us in our weakest moments. If you're listening today and feeling tired, if you're carrying something heavy, and if you feel like you don't have much left to give, I want you to hear this from the start. Your weakness does not disqualify you from God's presence. It actually invites it. Today we're talking about how God meets us not when we have it all together, but often most clearly in our weakest moments. So there's a myth that we have to be strong all the time, that we have to have it all together. So many of us have learned to hide our weaknesses. We push through, we smile anyway. We say, I'm fine, even though we're not. But the Bible never tells us to pretend that we're strong. It invites us to be honest. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, most gladly I will boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me." And just for some context, this was said by Paul. God's strength doesn't replace your weakness. It meets you inside of it. God is drawn to the honest heart. One of the most comforting truths in Scripture is that God is close to those who are hurting. Psalm 34:18 tells us, "The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart and saves such as has a contrite spirit." God doesn't wait for you to fix yourself, right, before he draws near. He comes close when your heart is tender, open, and real. Weakness isn't something to hide from God. He knows exactly, our capabilities and what we can hold because he made us, right? It's something that we bring to him because we are to live in dependence on him. Let's look at a few moments in Scripture where God showed up powerfully right in the middle of weakness. So Moses told God he wasn't qualified. He felt inadequate, afraid, unsure. He saw all of his weaknesses. And yet God responded in Exodus 4:12, "Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what to say." God didn't remove Moses' weakness. He promised his presence. Elijah was this man who prayed and called down rain, right? And this is after he had pronounced a drought and then went up against other people and showed how powerful God was, right? He prayed and God answered, right? And after great victory, Elijah collapses in exhaustion and fear. And what did God do? He fed him. He let him rest. He spoke gently. 1 Kings 19:5-6 reminds us that sometimes spiritual care looks like rest and nourishment and not rebuke. The Apostle Paul, right, which is from right before where that verse in 2 Corinthians that I had read earlier, Paul was begging God to remove what is in Scripture his thorn in the flesh. Right? And he asked multiple times. And God answered, not by removing it, but by reframing it. By telling him, my grace is sufficient for you. And then in 2 Corinthians 12:10, we have these words, "For when I am weak, then I am strong." In our weakness, God often strips away self-reliance, teaches us to pray honestly, deepens our compassion for others, and reminds us that grace isn't earned. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." How beautiful is that, right? Knowing that we are upheld with his righteous right hand. So friends, let's make sure that we're always cognizant of the fact that he is always with us, that there will always be something that we cannot do, yet he promises us his presence, because when we are weak, he is strong. And let's just go over the verse in Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10 again, kind of as we close. "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Know that no matter whatever weakness you have, he promises that he will be with you, that he will strengthen you, that he will help you, that he will uphold you. And how beautiful is that promise by a God who is ever loving and ever faithful, who promises to never leave us, to never forsake us. How good it is that we can rest in the truth of these promises. So although our weaknesses may be uncomfortable, they may be something that causes us embarrassment, shame, whatever it is, fear, or any other emotion, we can rest in the fact that we don't have to fear. We don't have to be dismayed, for our God will help us, strengthen us, and uphold us. Until next time, friends, see you soon.